Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tomb Raider. We are on, I think it's level 4? Yeah, 4. Which is the Tomb of Qualopec. Another one of my favourite levels. I really enjoy it. It's not a huge level, but it gives you the freedom to do things in kind of whatever order you want, which was a nice little touch. Now, the basic aim of this level is to unlock these 3 gates, which we will do so in due time. First things first, though, that is where we need to get to. But when we run up there, the gate will shut and a trap will activate, which I am going to do, but I'm hoping I can get out in time. So, boulder comes down. The gate closes, and we get out of the way of that. I prefer to do that first, so that when we actually get to the point where we're here, that doesn't kind of get the jump on us. But the whole reason that we came here in the first place is for that. The Scion. Which, you know, that's, as the opening cutscene kind of suggested, that's what Natla has asked us to go and do. So we will. Now, where do we go now, you might ask? Well, there's a sneaky little lever here. And not only is it a sneaky little lever, but it actually also releases 2 velociraptors into the room as well. Let me out of the corner! There we go. It is quite irritating when you get trapped in a corner like that. But however, this is where we get the freedom to do things whatever we want. We have 3 doors, which all have 3 different symbols above them. I'm not even going to try to describe what the symbols are. I guess that's kind of looks like a weird rooster head, but I don't know. The rest of them just look like shapes. So before we go down any of these, we're going to do a quick save. Not that any of them are particularly difficult, but, you know, just in case. So first things first, we're going to take this route, which is going to drop us into this room here. There's literally nothing in this room to collect. So, where we have to go, and you might be thinking, oh, I just hit the switch. Well, if you look closely, the floor there is going to break as soon as you step on it, which does not give you enough time to hit that switch. So what we actually have to do is safety drop, and we're going to have a fun time with all these wolves. So, without too much further ado, let's go. There we go. Our health's about half full. I might just wait till it drops a little bit more than half empty and then use a small med pack. There's not a huge amount of enemies in this level, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, we've got a movable block here, but we actually have to pull it. And then we need to do a quick wee jump over to here. We could walk around, but I mean, it's way too much effort if we can just jump it. And then push it out of the way. And that will lead us around. Because there's no way you could push that block over the stairs, which is why you have to pull it. And we get a small med pack here. A little wee sneaky hidden one. And then we can go up this way. Which will lead us around to our first of our 3 switches. So this will open the first gate. Well, one of the gates. Not necessarily the first one in order, but the first gate that we will open. And we get another little medipack as well. So, with that done, we can take a drop out down here, which is right back to where we first came in. To our 3-way split. So next up we're going to take this one, which is a pretty short one, but a pretty dangerous one as well. So we've got some more movable blocks, and this is effectively just a block puzzle. And if you know it, you know it. If you don't, it's a little bit trickier. All we really need to do is push and push again. And then this block on our left, we push. And there's our switch. Now we also have a crumbling platform there that we need to be very wary of, because falling in this one is insta-death because of the spikes. So we need to take a running jump to clear it. But once we've done that, it's fine. That's this room done and dusted. Which leads us to our last one, which is arguably the most complex one and probably the more difficult one. Because this... Now, we don't touch that switch just yet. But here we have spikes and 2 high platforms, and there's multiple little ways you can see kind of up above and around on the wall. So we're going to hit a quick save first of all, just in case I mess this up. I don't think I will, but it's a possibility, so I'd rather not take the risk. So we're going to take this around. And this will lead us to here. Now, we need to go up that way. Not the easiest of jumps, but we can make it. So up and around. And up again. And this will lead us around to an area where we can drop down. Whoops. And from here we have a choice of 2 ways. Going right here, or, well, depending on which way you're facing, going that way will lead us down to another block. However, going this way leads us back out to the first room that we started in, which we will need to come to in a minute or two. But first of all, we need to do the same thing we did on the far side. So where we were was that opposite block. Whereas this time... Oh, no! Damn. I forgot to hit walk. Oh well. We can just jump back up here. And climb our way back around. Now, and from here, we just need to make this jump. This one will lead us to this switch, which will move that platform. Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit it again. Jeez, how many times have I pressed it? I need to do one more. Apparently you can continue pressing it after, like when you're, the animation is playing. Right, so from here, we're going to need to jump back down onto this. Then we need to go back up here and hit this first switch. Now the reason we didn't hit this switch first is because we need that block that we were just on to be where it is so we can get to that other switch. So now that we've hit that switch, we can hit this, which will move it out a little bit. And we can go around again, except this time we now have a path the whole way across, with some tricky jumps in the middle. So, you can see the switch on the far side, which is where we're trying to get to. Couple of tricky little jumps to get there. This one's not too bad. But this next one, this kind of diagonal jump over the spikes, this is a bit more of a finicky and head wrecker of a jump because you kind of have to really get it right. It's not the distance that makes it difficult, it's the fact that if you miss it, you're dead. The spikes will just straight up kill you. Alright, so that's all 3 gates. So now, we simply jump over the spikes, and we make our way out of here. Now, we got company. Okay, now our health is a little bit less than half full. We can pop that and be straight back up to full. And now, no, it is this way back to the main room. And with these 3 gates open, we can now go that way. Which opens us out into this large room here with some more dart traps. Now, this is where we will find our first secret. Oh, that one hit me. So, from here, this exact spot, we need to go over to here and jump up to here, which will open this. Whoa. Now, I didn't actually mean to walk on that, which is going to make this a little bit more difficult, but it's okay. We can just jump across. And we get our first secret, which is our shotgun shells. Now, this next part isn't ideal, so I'm going to save it before I do it because I can fuck this up really bad. So what we need to do is, we need to be at the very left edge. And yes, there are spikes there. Dropping onto them will kill us. But this exact spot, if we're even a little bit over it, we land on that spike. But if we're as far left as we can go, it won't hurt us. And we get our magnum clips. Now, I don't know if the actual correct way to try to do that is to try to jump to here. But that's how I've always done it. Just to do that little drop. Now, you can walk through spikes, but if you run, they'll kill you straight away. So, what we have to do here is jump up. We will take a little bit of damage from the spikes, but it's not a huge amount. And a little bit of damage like that in exchange for that secret, I don't mind too much. Okay. And with that done, we can continue on our way. And there is the Scion. Now, before we pick it up, there is just one thing to be aware of. If you're eagle-eyed enough, you can see it. We've got 2 little mummies here. Okay, this dude, who just looks normal. This one, though, if you keep an eye on his head, he follows you as you move. Which, you know, should be a bit of a tell. The fact that you aim at him when you pull your guns out. He does take a lot of shots, but he does go down. Now, I'm not 100... I've always killed him before. I'm not sure if he does actually attack you after you pick this up, but the fact that he is an enemy suggests to me that he could potentially. Now, this place is going to start falling apart, so we need to get the hell out of here. So, had we not triggered this boulder before, it would trigger now. And we would have to be running, and if we continue to run straight here, we would get clobbered by that debris. So that's kind of why I like to do that first. Now, this level ain't over yet. Because we, first of all, have one more secret to get. But we also have a little fight to take care of, which we'll sort out in a minute. First things first, even though this wasn't here the first time round, we've got a little secret in here. Okay, up we go. This side. So, like, I love that this level allows you to go back to a previous level's area, albeit slightly changed. But like, just the fact that you can is wicked. You know, it's like in I think it's Silver and Gold in Pokemon. When you complete the game or complete the Pokédex, it unlocks like the whole area from the first game again. It's cool. I like it. So now that we've got that, let's go and fight our wee little friend here, who you may remember from the opening cutscene. This is Larson. We're about to blow his brains out. 3 shots with the shotgun is all it takes. And that's why I like to hold on to the shotgun. Now, he's not dead.
Well, you have my total attention now. I'm not quite sure if I've got yours, though. Hello?
I'll heel and hide you to a barn door yet.
Of course.
You and that driveling piece of the Scion. You want to keep it so bad, I'll harness it right up your...
Wait. We're talking about the artifact here?
Damn straight we are. Right up.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This piece, you say. Where's the rest?
Miss Natla put Pierre DuPont on that trail.
And where is that?
Ha! You ain't fast enough for him.
So you think all this talking is just holding me up?
I don't know where his little jackrabbit frog legs are running him to. You'll have to ask Miss Natla.
Thank you. I will.
And there we go. So that is kind of, I suppose you could call it a boss fight. I wouldn't particularly. It's 3 shots with a shotgun, and that's the job done. This is where the game ramps up in difficulty quite a bit, where things start getting a lot more complicated. The next level is St. Francis Folly, which takes us to an entirely different area, with some entirely different enemies and stuff to deal with. But we're going to take that on in the next part. We got all 3 secrets here, 7 pickups, 8 kills. And we're going to continue on next time. So thanks for watching, guys. And I'll talk to you again real soon.